Greetings to you out there in viewership land. Welcome back to Nana's Department. We are going to be jumping into WWE All Stars today, our first jump into this game. I've wanted to play this for so long, did a poll a while ago to do this, but long last, here we are at WWE All Stars. We're going to be going for a couple of achievements today. At least, the goal is for at least 2 of them. We're going to be beating a legend with a superstar here, and then we're going to be turning around and beating a superstar with a legend. Any other achievements that come to us on the adventure for those two, we'll put those in the description as well, because clearly we've gotten them. I've gotten no achievements for this game whatsoever. Figured that'd be a great reason to jump into it. Also, one of the main reasons I wanted to do a video today was all the lovely stuff that's happening with CM Punk in the world today. Oh my goodness. Figured let's talk about that. Couldn't go without talking about it. It really needs to be talked about. I have some opinions on it, so I have my own channel, my own place to voice those opinions, so why not do that today while jumping into WWE All Stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. This match is scheduled for 1 fall.
This is before the Cult of Personality entrance, obviously. Those fire burns. Well, those fire burns for CM Punk today, as we're going to be focusing in on him and our deliberations, our communications, our conversations today. Oh my god, we're going to be putting him to the forefront of all the attention in this episode. Didn't know what legend I wanted to beat him with or beat with CM Punk, but he does that elbow off the top rope in an homage to Macho Man Randy Savage, so I figured, you know what, Punk clearly a Savage mark, so let's pay tribute today to CM Punk with Macho Man Randy Savage. This game is just so unique. Obviously, the visuals are one of the first things people talk about, and I'm no different in noticing that. So distracting, especially when you're trying to learn it for the first time. CM Punk against Macho Man. Again, looking at the tights. Okay, so I know we have a light strike button and a heavy strike button and a light grapple and a heavy grapple button. The pacing is always my issue on this game. I've tried it a couple times, not won one match, so I don't have a single achievement for this game. X would be your light strike. Y looks like is your heavy strike. A is your light grapple here, right here, once you're seeing the backbreaker there on Macho Man Randy Savage. Ugh. The thing that's going to bug me, the thing that's going to be my hiccup here, is they do the dual counter button thing. I hate when there's multiple counter buttons. Right bumper is... Get away. Get away. I'm scared CM Punk. Right bumper is strikes, left bumper is grapple, and you have to basically be lucky with your predictions on what the computer is going for. I always hate that because I thought about this earlier, how to put it. Wrestling is scripted. It is, choreographed in the ring, in the moment. I can Irish whip my opponent. Is, choreographed by you and the person you're working with in real time. Dodging, countering really doesn't have anything to do with it as far as... what you would actually play in the ring. This isn't like a boxing game. This isn't a boxing, match. You don't have to predict what wrestlers are going to do if you're a wrestler in the ring. That was... Oh, that was very Van Damme-esque. Get out of the way there. Still couldn't do it. Bounces me, juggles me. Oh, just like Mortal Kombat.
What are you doing up there?
Staying away from you.
If it's juggling, I ain't going to be very good at fighting back against it. Stop that. I really want to grapple with Y. I keep forgetting it's a strike. No, he's just... he's going to juggle himself onto me, Macho Man. So first, I guess, our goal here for this matchup, before I start talking about random crap, keep focused on the game here. Lovely little... Oh, DDT there. Yeah, so this game, we're going to be going for CM Punk to beat Macho Man. That's our first objective in this episode. And then, should we somehow win a match in this... Counter pull, don't just take it. You gotta use counters. If we get it with Punk, we're gonna beat Punk with Macho Man to round it up. Punish him. So I get stamina too. Oh, everything I hate about wrestling games. Why am I doing this today? Yeah, I was gonna say, run around him. Ugh, and right in the Randy Orton-esque power slam. Get away, get away, get away. He's gonna jump on you. Get away. I can't see where I am, but I still got the axe in. Oh, yeah, the first little bit of this video is going to be me getting my ass kicked. No doubts about that whatsoever. I hate stamina wrestling games. Again, same thing. It's wrestlers will get tired in real life, yes, but There are just certain things that don't play into a wrestling match the way it does in a boxing match because it's scripted. It's fictitious. You're not competing against the other person. So actually, putting in things, I just can't get away from them. Putting in things where it's like you would have to like factor that in an actual competition. You wouldn't do that in wrestling. So just making them part of the game just feels weird to me. Especially the countering with 2 different buttons. Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to be beat multiple times. Just going to get my butt kicked the first few opening minutes of this video. Anyway, while I'm talking here, I wanted to talk about CM Punk because of the AEW stuff that's going around, and I need to play some of that AEW Fight Forever, but I don't follow it a lot enough to provide any commentary in the current moment. Other than just, what I followed in wrestling in general for like the last 20 years. There's no way for me right now to watch AEW with my current cable setup and all that. Probably spending more money to watch it, but, all the subscriptions we have, just I don't have cable to watch AEW. But anyway, when I have a career that provides me with the funds to do this lackadaisically, I'm going to go through all the AEW pay-per-views and rewatch all of those. And then we'll put in some Fight Forever here so I can get some good storyline thoughts here from Paul and Hannah's apartment. Just farting around like rhythm for this. God, the range, I can't. You're across the ring, you can't get away from. You can't get away from him. 4, 5. I'm just practice strikes. Oh, see, there we go. There's a reversal. Boom. I know enough about AEW to know. Oh, there's an achievement. Shangang. We'll put that in the description. That's 1 for this episode anyway. So Shangang was at least a 5-move combo. So I knew if I just button mashed, I'd probably get at least 1 more achievement than I intended to in this video. Yeah, I just can't get around for that clothesline. Can't string my Irish whip moves out, but yeah. I pay attention enough to AEW to understand the news that is going on, especially if one wrestler goes to another company. Been keeping up with that. I do know people that keep up with AEW have kept up enough to keep in the conversation, but just this Jack Perry CM Punk situation. I agree with what most people are saying. God, reversal. Maybe just go for a strike, Paul. I was going to say, I think there's 1 for strikes, too, so while I'm talking, I might as well go for that. What if I run towards him? Nope, doesn't matter. Still going to get nailed by the axe handle. Yeah, this Jack Perry situation. So first of all, from what I understand, I don't believe Punk's in an official role backstage, but he was trying to, it almost looked like get more responsibility, take a more veteran role, especially when he's the guy who's been in there, he's one of the veterans, he's, one of the older guys. Opinions aside, he is, you gotta, give respect where respect is due as far as people that have achieved X and Y in the backstage arena, especially if they're trying to help you. But apparently Jack Perry wants to do something with real glass. Punk says, no, we don't do that here, at least by all reports and accounts. That's what I've heard. And Jack Perry, rubbed the wrong way. They have beef. And then we get to, Wembley and the incident. Jack Perry goes out, does the whole Cry Me a River, takes a bump on glass. Punk has an altercation. Punk gets fired. And Jack is currently suspended as of the recording of this video. Editing, Paul, if something changes, feel free to put it on the screen here. But first thing I've been saying lately is Punk, no matter if someone slighted you, you do not have, the right to get in their face and start fucking with them. That's just not something you have the right to do. Especially when you're trying to fill that role. Assume those shoes, get in them comfortably. You can't, say like we don't do this here, we don't do that here. Try to, perform that role, and then act immature. And I said it on Twitter. There are tent poles in a storm, and then there are people that just like contribute to the storm. And CM Punk was contributing to the storm. He wasn't, providing support for the company in a moment where he chooses to get all hot-headed. Now, if someone got in your face, I get it. You're gonna get a little heated. But you're an adult, you're not 5 years old, No one's going to die. There's no self-defense in this situation at all. It's not like, one person is being attacked brutally and the other person had to stand up for another person. Oh, I'm just getting my butt kicked. Just wanted to talk a little bit. Ugh. Anyway, before we really get going seriously, we got one achievement. That's fine. There's been so many similes and comparisons drawn towards The Undertaker and, as far as locker room etiquette and leaders go. And the most famous example I can think of is, WrestleMania 14. Did Shawn Michaels and Undertaker have a fight? Did, one get fired after the other? No. It's just one stood where he thought he needed to be. At least, again, this is all hearsay. I wasn't there. From all accounts, apparently Undertaker was nearby or ready to give Shawn what needed to be given to him if he didn't do the job that he needed to do that night.
He did. He threatened and he let everyone know that if it didn't happen, he was going to rough me up.
There's a line between doing what you need to do to get the respect you need and to keep, but the line is created with, yeah, finally, got away from him. Dodge that, you son of a bitch. Finally, got one on Macho Man. Ugh. Yeah, beating him up. But, the line is made by the choice that you make to escalate or de-escalate. And Punk, by all accounts, chose to escalate. I'm not going to knock him for it. I'm just going to, make that observation. You had the choice to escalate or de-escalate, and you escalated it. And I'm not going to, knock him for any shit that went on with him during the day, the travel, whatever problems he had during the day. If he's angry about that, right on him. You should be. I'm not going to take that away from you. Working with the people he was, and if they were giving him the attitude that they were giving him, the Young Bucks, my opinions on the Young Bucks are still up on the shelf. I don't know. They've never really shown me anything. Their accomplishments in the ring, obviously, their abilities in the ring stand for themselves, so obviously I'm going to give them all of that credit. But there have been choices they have made, again, that's that you can be a tent pole or you can be someone that rocks the boat. And they are, pretty good tent poles, but they also, you can't argue that they haven't rocked the boat in ways that should be underneath them at this point in their career. But, certain people are certain ways. That branches into the next part of why I wanted to do this video, what I wanted to talk about. If I can at least get a victory on Macho Man. Maybe we'll talk about that if we get a victory on Macho Man. Hold on, let's focus on this first. God, all I need to do is beat him. It doesn't need to be pretty. I don't even need to get a finisher in. I just need to fucking beat Macho Man. Let's focus on that. Get back to the game for a moment, Paul. That's what they come for, not just to hear you talk. God, it wouldn't be as frustrating if Macho Man would sell half the stuff I'm giving him. But again, it's playing Legends of WrestleMania. It's the same thing. It's like I wonder, like, what's the button if I knock him out on the ground to pick him up? And it's like it doesn't really matter because he doesn't stay on the ground long enough for you to fucking use it. I'm fine with fast-paced arcade games, but again, when they make certain questions that you would have irrelevant because the gameplay is just, it doesn't allow for itself to take place. It's just weird. Oh, nice little bump off the top there. I like the reaction. Kind of. Can I get a finisher? I was gonna say, okay, this is a finisher. Okay, is Macho Man gonna go to sleep? He takes all the time of the world hovering there to watch that knee just come to his face there. Now, how do I pin? Is that it? 1, 2. There we go. We finally get a victory there. Our first one ever here at WWE All-Stars in Nana's apartment. Goes to CM Punk here. We're going to have to switch it right back around on him, though. There we go. Achievement, the new generation. It's the first one we're going for today on purpose. We got that one under our belt. So now we're going to flip the script here and beat CM Punk with the Macho Man. But what I wanted to get in just before I switched up there. So, part of the problem that I believe that we have with these egos and people kind of go into business with themselves and all that. Oh, Jesus. It's nice when I get to do it. Is that we tell wrestlers, I've gone into this a little bit before, but it's one of those things I wanted to make a video about separately than this. But CM Punk had to do his stuff, and we're talking about him yet again, so might as well go into all of what I can get into here. Jesus. God wrench. God, I didn't know I was going to do that. We tell wrestlers from the get-go, be yourself, turned up to 11. That'll be your best character. You've heard it. I've heard it. So from the get-go, we're telling people to basically, develop this ego. And obviously, yeah, not so they're up their ass about their own shit. But it's kind of like, you want them to be confident, you want them to present this character in the ring. You want them to be able to confidently present that character in the ring. It's all about projection, getting yourself and your personality out there. I'm getting my ass kicked. Punk does not appreciate the fact that we're talking about him in this way, but I love him. I bought your merch. Leave me alone. Yeah, it's one of those things from the get-go. We're giving people reasons to be assholes, especially if they're heels. That's their character. They're supposed to be assholes. And if they're really good, we praise them for being really good assholes.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
And so, like, when a percentage of them become gigantic assholes, it's like, what do you expect? Also, with CM Punk, this is something I need to fucking say, and I need to be direct about it. For years, we chanted for CM Punk. For years, we begged, CM Punk, come back. Don't do UFC, come back to wrestling. And there will be people that say, yeah, but the whole time I was like, oh, he's toxic. Yeah, I'm going to call bullshit, though, because a lot of people right now that are calling him toxic for years begged him to come back. I'm not going to say all of them, but a good chunk of them begged him to come back. And the fact that it's like people are acting like he was always a poison and just like, no, it's like it's not the way it's always been. He's always been a good draw for the reasons that you'd want someone to be a good draw. It's just now people like to act, again, that ego, even fans have it sometimes, like they knew what was going to happen. They knew what was going to go on in AEW, and it's like, no, you didn't. It's just, it's a perfect storm of situations. I could say as a fan, what I noticed that the Young Bucks, always kind of rub people the wrong way, and that's what I noticed. Not going to say much of anything on, what I predicted as far as CM Punk goes, because I didn't see this all happening. The Young Bucks I didn't have the greatest opinion of. Personally, as a fan, that's where I was standing. But at the end of the day, I'll yield. Punk's responsible for his own choices. Yes, God, I'm in danger here, and I'm actually trying. But at the same time, I'll always maintain fans in wrestling, have a symbiotic relationship with the wrestlers that we support. Jesus, do we each have finishers? See if I can even get back from this one. Come on. There we go. I'm just trying to fucking get him with an insecurity, hit him with something. Oh, God. Did I not get a finisher? Why is that? Does the F? I'm looking at the corner. Yeah. But yeah, to get back to what I was talking about, the finisher, and now I'm going to see it again, the GTS. If I can make it out of this, I'll be shocked. Oh, I'm knocked out. Never mind. I can't, no chance. God. I'll try that again. I guess in the same way that kind of you could argue that fans and their desire to see him made CM Punk. Jack Perry, same thing you could argue. Look at, Moxley, what he's accomplished with pure violence and just ridiculousness in his career. Not that I'm knocking it whatsoever. I'm a huge hardcore fan. It's kind of that age-old kind of nice little moonsault. The age-old kind of, if we're teaching the youngins do this cool violent stuff and you'll be recognized, do we have any right to be like, nah, you can't do it when he wants to use real glass? I'm a Mick Foley fan. It's called an ST plunge, folks. He did it for ages. Would be able to do that nowadays? Probably not. He'd probably get the CM Punk. You ain't doing that. It's going to hurt you later down the line. But again, it's that, what are we allowed to let people make of themselves, especially when it's all fictitious and it's, ego-driven and it's, believe in yourself, make this character. And then when, like, people are up their own ass with their own hype, it's like, is it right that we kind of shit on him for it? It's like, is it? I don't think it is. It's just a weird thing. I don't think either man was in the right. I think they both made mistakes. The whole Jack Perry CM Punk situation. At the end of the day, their choices are their own. I won't defend them. I'll acknowledge them, and as a fan, I'll talk about them with other fans, try to create a conversation, because much like with a lot of things in wrestling, I think we need to make sure it's an environment that's healthy for everyone involved. And clearly what happened at Wembley was not healthy for everyone. To any degree, is what's happening to CM Punk now not healthy. Because the Macho Man just pissed off. Got knocked out. Better not fucking happen again. Oh! I was gonna say, might as well try my counters, Paul. Do something with that. Probably wouldn't get my butt as kicked if I fucking actually tried that once in a while. You know, pile driver? A little hopping one. Oh, big jump. What was that? Oh, going down on his knee didn't help him. So I guess we do have signatures. I like the fact that they're explained. Ran all the way across the ring. Didn't help me. Problem is, too, that Macho Man has such a short... Oh, I would have been neat if I connected the wind-up for that one. God, his combos are so good. Can't get away. Trying to also figure out what the symbols are next to my face, like the little blue bars on my Macho Man underneath. I don't know what those are. I'm assuming it's kind of like Mortal Kombat. Ah, Jesus. Ugh. Oh, is that because... God, get in the corner. God damn it.
There he goes. Up the turnbuckle.
Boom! God! I'm assuming those small little bars are like signatures based on how I was grappling there, but I can't get a fucking way from CM Punk because of his combos. Oh, got something. Big suplex coming. Oh, no, was that an atomic drop? Oh, get fucked. Oh. Is that going to be an elbow from him? Boom! Oh, big one. Knocked his ass out. We'll get that victory for Randy Savage. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's gone to sleep himself as CM Punk got done listening to us lecture him about the aftermath of Wembley there at AEW. Anyways, there's your second achievement. Oh, 2 for 30. What did we get there? So it looks like we got a 5-star rating there. Thank you, Mr. Meltzer, out there in fictitious viewership land. Anyway, we got a 5-star rating, and we beat Superstar with a Legend there. CM Punk taking the loss under Macho Man Randy Savage. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for coming here to this special episode of WWE All-Stars here at Nana's Apartment. We thank you for listening to me bitch about CM Punk and Jack Perry. Goodness gracious, hopefully things right themselves out after all of that. But either way, we thank you for coming over here to Nana's Apartment and joining us for this episode. And as always, we will see you next time.